painting.
Okay, it is Tuesday. Yesterday, we spent a little bit of time prepping the engine bay on Autrey's wife's E30, and then we primed it, and then this morning, we've made it black. We, as in Ryan, while I filmed. While we wait for this to dry, I think we're gonna put it up in the air and start working on brakes.
Put it in the air. Yeah, we're gonna do some brakes, some control arms, bunch of bushings. And then we also have to figure out a parts list for some changes we're gonna be making. My intent is to redo the entire fuel system because it was done in a way that I don't really agree with, especially for a platform like this. Way too little pump for way too much line with way too little pressure and too much flow. So tighten everything up a bit and hopefully we can make this thing run better than it was, and we can go get it tuned and really dial it up so it's a really responsive and fun car. But got a lot of work ahead of us. It should be a lot of fun though. And we've got seized fittings, yay!
Now we're gonna start trying to do front brake stuff. So, this will be fun.
PB Blaster is the master!
Nice. You love E30s yet? Explain this here?
I saw that with toilet bowl cleaner you can basically dissolve the rust off. I'm sure it's going to be a lot like CLR, but we're going to let this shit soak for a little while. I wish that I could submerge it, but I think it's going to be thick enough for it. Thick enough where?
No, that's disgusting. Kind of wild.
No way.
So, toilet bowl cleaner, rusty parts,
Works.
now we're gonna let it sit.
Yeah. You know, with any luck, maybe it'll come out with a fresh, effing fresh finish.
Just start over. I don't know.
Like dusting, just to give it black.
A light dusting. There's one thing about Ryan. He'll paint it.
No, I'll spray paint it.
That's what I meant. Look at all the goods.
Alright, so just got cleaning up some of the rear brake components and used a little trick we saw on the interwebs by using toilet bowl cleaner. And it works pretty damn good. These clips and bolts were completely covered in rust and just destroyed, but it's brought them back to as good as I could have asked for. We did the same with the brackets and sprayed them with a coat of black paint to make everything look nice and stay not rusted. We'll do the same to the calipers back there. We've got new pads and rotors for the rear. We've got a new drum set for the e-brake coming because this thing is shoeless. It's got some metal bands in there, but no friction material. So we'll make sure the e-brake's working right. We've got braided lines for front and rear, and the front's getting a Willwood big brake kit. Big is relative here. They're pretty small calipers, but there's not a whole lot of car to stop, and they do have 4 oversized pistons in them, so they should be a very, very suitable setup for this car. Moving from the brakes over to the stiff, we've got rear subframe bushings, rear diff bushing. We've got transmission mount bushings. However, we'll decide on whether we're gonna replace those or not, because right now we've already got white bushings in it. And then we've got some rear trailing arm bushings with eccentric shafts in them, so that we can actually get the alignment dialed into where we want it. And something that I thought was pretty cool, even though it doesn't really probably blow too many people's whistles. Look at this little spanner wrench, man. This thing's awesome. So they've got it, it's a perfect fit for these little guys. A lot of spanner wrenches just don't do it. The other cool thing about this that I think is they've designed this to be a keychain and a beer drinker's friend. So they actually put a little bottle opener on the back of this thing too, so you can carry around your spanner wrench and
change your alignment on the fly
while you're cracking up a cold one. But yeah, so everything is going all right. We're just in the disassembly phase to begin reassembly, and we've got a lot ahead of us, but it's all gonna work out well, and I think we've got a good solution. So we'll knock these parts out and then move on to the next phase, and hopefully by the end of the month we've got this car on the road running and rocking. Yeah, 20 is trashed.
Yeah.
Well, we've got the brakes about ready. We just got done cleaning up and repacking some wheel bearings and taking off some mangled brake shields. Now we're doing these lollipops.
Yeah, these are off-centered lower control arm brackets. Basically, all they do is push the caster, or give you more caster, so the wheel center is further forward.
It already really is a lot.
It's already very far forward, but that's the factory location. I don't think y'all understand how much he enjoys this. Just that can right there brings him more joy than anything.
Oh no, this next part brings me the joy.
Please bring Ryan the rustiest cars you could possibly ever have him work on. He loves it.
Stop.
He loves rusty cars and having to use the air hammer to break things free. Yeah, that didn't even move.
I don't know why that's catching on fire. Oh, it's spinning. Cool.
I think fire was better.
Yeah. Janky BMW fuck shit is what we're doing. Just to, you know.
Good thing none of the liquids in there are flammable. Yeah!
Some of that. Holy mackerel.
And now the other one. All right, so now that's done. One lollipop bushing installed. All the caster. Jeez, that's loud every time.
What else is there every time? Functional!
I mean, yeah.
No.
Nothing makes me more nervous than when Ryan uses ratchet straps on the car.
Running from the furrows of your tender grasp.
Especially when he starts singing.
If Ryan's using a ratchet strap, you know he's using it for more than its intended capacity.
Yeah. Where is he? What?
He's just gonna hold the whole car down with this thing.
It ain't going nowhere now.
How could it?
So now Ryan's pulling out the sway bar because we have a new one.
Trying to pull out a quick one.
Honestly, the fronts, I mean, there's not a ton to do, but
Thank making it a lot to do because of how crusty everything is, which is kind of the status quo with this car. Anytime you go to do anything, there is
Crust.
a litany of steps that come along with that to be able to get to what you're trying to do. However, so far we have conquered everything. The lollipops are probably the biggest pains in the neck so far. However, I don't think they're going to be the biggest pain in the neck that we encounter.
Productive enough day. We're gonna finish up doing a couple little things, clean up, and then regroup and start fresh in the morning. See y'all tomorrow.
It's Wednesday, my dude.
It's Wednesday. Okay, yeah. So it's Wednesday, and we are about to start working on the E30 again, and it's subframe removal time. So this is the fun part, and we're excited for y'all to watch this go terribly wrong. Nice.
Don't let this happen. This is just a sad excuse of the brake shoe that has been abused far too long. You can see here where it's actually been rubbing metal against metal to stop the vehicle. This part of the pad hasn't even been used. Nice. That way you can't pull forward.
Yeah. With no engine in there.
When we get off.
Oh.
Yeah. Will you go lower the front one a little bit?
Yeah.
So
Off camera, we almost died, but we moved the lift points, so now we can get the subframe out. Whoa. Nice.
okay. Yeah, that.
Yeah, it's behind you.
You'll have that effect.
Don't get hot.
Ingenuity. There seems to be a lot more free now.
I think we are. Oh.
You bent it.
We're keeping that one in. I should not say when there's a camera recording.
3 hours later. Alright, so now that the subframe is out, we're going to do the trailing arm bushings and the subframe bushings, but all of this has to come apart. And then we get to burn some more things. And Ryan's probably real juiced up about that. That's tight.
Wow.
Oh, nice. They put the diff in while the subframe was in the car, and we're like, yeah, we can't get to those. That doesn't even have it. Oh, that's so sketchy.
None of them are tight.
So sketchy. Welded diff.
Going on a bolt round.
One, half of one threaded, barely threaded. Dude, what? Don't touch.
That's how you do that. Woo!
God, I'm afraid I'm gonna get hit with something.
Me too.
That's why you keep moving, huh?
Hey man, less probability, okay? Lightning striking, you know? It'll probably just keep itself hot now.
Whoa!
Hey, it fell out. Yeah.
I'm gonna get out of here.
God, again? How?
Genius. Trailing arms are out. So is the fire. Mint. It's like nothing was ever in there. Whoa! All right, after a small cleaning break, it's time the diff and everything to go back in the car.
Giving them feel good. Dopamines.
All right, so subframe is back down after it got all the way up and almost all the way up because, you know,
Ding dong here.
we didn't do that important one. That fluid is smelling.
And for the record, whoever is curious, I'm calling myself Ding Dong. Not Coleman. Coleman
Wow.
is King Kong. But I kept looking and I didn't see anywhere for a bushing to go, and then I just did.
Whoa. I wish y'all could experience how chaotic this has been. This has been a day.
Hey look, I drained that thing a long time ago. But drain plug, not the lowest point, you know.
Diff bushing in. All right. Diff bushing is in. Subframe bushings are in. And trailing arm bushings are also in. And now it is 6 o'clock and time for us to go home because we're tired of working on this. And that is, what's today? Wednesday?
Yeah.
Wednesday, done. All right. It is Thursday, bright and early. It is Thursday. Now we're putting the subframe back in the car since we had to remove it yesterday.
Hey, we never really got it in, so.
Well, I mean, yeah, it was up there, but just for the record, these are not staying on the car. These will be coming off as soon as we get new coilovers
Yeah.
at an undisclosed
what new
date.
coilovers are we planning on getting?
Well, that's what I don't know.
Oh, I know.
That's what we're trying to figure out.
So the cool thing is that we don't need brakes on this car to get it down. We just need hubs and spindles. Which, hey, look, we have. So it might actually not be a bad idea.
Just to mount it.
No, to button it up. Just get the wheels on. Like, put the tie rods on.
Yeah.
Put the wheels on, get the Super done, get the A3 done, GTI done, get the Bennigan done.
Jesus Christ. Yay! Since Ryan has a Supra that he has to put together and some other things, we're gonna button the car up in a temporary sense and get it rolling and moving on manpower so we can get it off the lift, put the Supra on the lift. He can do that. Then we'll come back to E30 stuff, and then we'll have another video for you sometime next week. So today's Thursday. This weekend, probably start on my car and have some content from that. I know the wrap for my car shows up on Monday, and then we'll officially be starting on both of them. But yeah, for this video, we're kind of done. He's gonna button some things up, put the wheels back on it, and then get it out of the way. So keep up with the stories. We'll keep updating on there as things happen. We'll keep post these videos once a week, and hopefully we get everything done by the end of the month. So until next video, we'll see y'all later.